Hello everyone. So in today's video, we are going to discuss question and answers that have been posted by different people to us. And we have started this new series in which we will be answering some of the questions. Like I will be answering as an Amazon PPC expert, as the Scale Insights automator. I will be answering some of the questions that brands or PPC managers have sent me. If you have a question, then there is a just heads up. If you have any question that you want to ask me, shoot it over to ppc@catalyst.co.uk, and I'll make sure that I answer it in the next session that we will be doing. But for now, we have a few questions that have been asked from us lately, and I'm going to basically answer those questions. So let's go ahead into the video, and for now, I will park this in here. Yep, and yeah. So we will head to the questions one by one, and I'll be answering in detail how what I think about these questions, what's my opinion on this. One thing to notice is that the opinion can be different from other industry speakers that are in the Amazon FBA for more having more experience than me, or slightly less experience as well. The opinion can be different according to the experiences, according to the brands that they have worked with, according to the niches that they have served in. So this will be according to my understanding of Amazon PPC, Amazon Business, inventory management, Amazon cataloging, set reviews, branding, images, everything. So whatever I have learned in Amazon FBA, what I will be trying to do is that answer these questions according to my understanding of Amazon PPC and Amazon. These opinions might be a bit different from other people, so do keep that in mind. But for now, we will go into the questions by one and see what people have been asking from us. So first question is that how do you identify areas that need optimization in a client's Amazon portfolio? So look, when I'm assuming that this question is coming from someone who is running an agency or who is onboarding a new client as a freelancer. So how do you optimize? How do we at Catalyst? How do we optimize clients' portfolio, and what areas that need optimization in a client's Amazon portfolio? So if we are managing the account, that means we obviously know what are the areas for improvement. But if it is a new client, how do we approach that? So first of all, what we need to do is that download all the type of reports. For example, if you have you will have reports, SQB report. There you will see some areas of improvement. You will also need the sponsored product reports. One of the report that is really helpful is the search term impression share report. So you need to see how much impression or how much market are you capturing. So this you can get from the Amazon ads report. You also need to have a look at your like how much percentage of my ads is going into top of search, how much is going into rest of search, and how much it is going to product pages, and see what's the return on advertising, what's the ROAS there. So let's say you are getting your ROAS is 3+ at top of search, but only 20% of your ads go into top of search. So from there you do get an insight that top of search is converting more as compared to the rest of search product pages, but I'm not giving that much budget because I'm restricting my bids. So oftentimes when you restrict the bids, most of your placements will go into product pages and rest of search, where oftentimes the CVR is low, which leads to what's ACOS and even less ROAS. So have a look on the overall ROAS at each placement, and then adjust in each campaign. And also be aware of the overall accounts, like which placements have been really helpful for us. So do keep a track of that as well. Apart from that, how do we identify areas of improvement is through going into each product. Like for the SKU, we need to dig down into each SKU's data and then identify if product targeting campaigns are running there or not. Are we targeting exact campaigns in single keywords, because single keyword campaigns are what are going to basically give you edge and give you organic ranking. Apart from that, you also need to have a look at your organic rank for each product. So when you have a look at each product's organic ranking, you will get to see an idea that these are the keywords from which I am ranking, and these are the ones which I am missing on. So one of the tool that really helps you with this is data dive. So when you run a dive on through data dive, you will see that what are the keywords that my competitors are ranking for, and these are the keywords that I am not ranking and my competitors are ranking. So from there you will identify a lot of gaps, that these are the gaps that I need to fill. And yeah, that is also one thing. You can also see go through the campaign structure that I have recommended that each product should have. You can have a look at those as well and fill in the gaps. So these are some of the ways through which we identify that these are the gaps that we can fill. One of the thing that we also identify during our audits is that a lot of brands that don't have like specialized PPC managers on their account, they don't really do negative targeting. So a lot of times negative targeting is even the issue with the Amazon PPC. So when you're holistically analyzing the new account, make sure that you see data from every angle and then identify opportunities with each respect. You can have opportunities from placement perspective. You can have opportunities from match type perspective as well. For example, in EU marketplaces, a lot of time auto campaigns and broad campaigns are the ones that are performing much greater with greater ROAS and bringing us more sales, because there are a lot of accents in EU marketplaces. For example, French language can have 3 to 4 accents, and an exact campaign often does not capture all the traffic. So do keep an eye in from all angles, and keep running auto campaigns and broad campaigns in your structure as well, because auto campaigns keep bringing you the new keywords, new accents, and everything. So these are few areas that have like really helped us in terms of when we onboard a client, and then initially in the first few days making sure that we are showing some progress, so that we can have a good basically reputation at the start. So these were some of the areas that you can focus on. Second, how do you optimize your advertising campaigns? This is pretty much a very broad question, but advertising campaigns, how do we optimize? First of all, let's say that I'm going into a campaign. How will I optimize this? Let's say that it is an auto campaign. I will have a look at the total budget for the campaign. Then I'll have a look at what's the product, obviously. Then what is the target? How many targets are in the targeting tab? Whether we are running only close match campaign, lose match campaign, or what's the type? Either we are running all type of campaigns. Then I will have a look at the placement data of that campaign, and then finally I will go into the search terms and see what are the results on the auto campaign. Let's say first step for me will be negative targeting any type of search terms that have like more than, let's say, or break even is at 7 to 8 clicks. When 7 to 8 clicks happen, then there is no order. Then it means it has passed our break even point, and we need to negative target that search term. So first step will be that in terms of optimizing the auto campaign. Secondly, you will see that there are a few search terms that we are running in the auto that are performing really well, but we don't really target them in exact campaign. So you need to import this search term from auto campaign and bring it into a new basically an exact match campaign with multiple keywords. Or if the keyword is really important with the high search volume, then you can bring even the target into a single keyword SKG or SKC campaign. So that is single keyword campaign. So this is the second thing that I will do. Now let's take an example of another campaign. For example, this is an exact campaign with 5 to. I will go into the first of all campaign setting and see what's the budget. Then I will go into the product. What's the product that we are advertising? Next we will go to next we will basically go into targeting and see what are the keywords that are added. Then I will also go back and see the placements. What placements are we getting the ads, the basically impressions on, impressions, click and share, and orders on. If the some of the keywords have good echoes and others have bad echoes, what you can do is you can separate the bad echoes ones from the good echoes ones and keep the good echoes one running in that campaign and launch separately the bad ones. Oftentimes what's also happening that is that, let's say you activated 8 keywords in a campaign, the budget is also sufficiently enough, but at the end of the day only 3 keywords are consuming all the budget. In that case, basically the budget is not being fed to all the remaining 5 keywords. So in that case, there are 2 things that you can do. One, you can increase the budget, but obviously it will again go into the same keywords that are already spending. So what I'll suggest is that take the keywords with the lower search volumes or those that are not spending into newer campaigns and give them a separate budget, and this will help you improve the performance over time. Next, we have product. We can go through an example of product targeting campaigns. Earlier, what used to happen was that in product targeting campaigns, only under search terms, there were only products. But right now, when you go into a product targeting campaign, you can see search terms as well. So when you create a new product targeting campaign, my suggestion is that you always go with the product pages modifier, and keep the bid a bit lower than the suggested. This will make sure that you don't appear on top of search or rest of search from where basically the search terms are originated. So this way you can avoid the search terms, but oftentimes you will see that the search terms are appearing in the product pages. If there are good search terms that are converting, you can keep them. I've noticed that on these search terms, oftentimes the CPCs are much lower as compared to through auto campaigns or through exact match campaigns. So that is one of the, let's say, caveat or the loophole in the Amazon advertising, that you can make a use of, but obviously you really don't have a control over it. So even using it is a bit tricky. So just make sure that the products that you're advertising are performing up to the mark. Any of the product targeting is product target is not above a certain ACOS from where you are not breaking even. And you need to make sure that you are targeting top competitors in a separate campaign. Then you're also targeting the weaker competitors, and make sure that you are targeting all those competitors in your product targeting campaigns that are basically bringing good sales. Because when you target the competitors in a product targeting campaign, what happens is that you get a lot of impressions under product pages when customer is scrolling through their PDP. So make sure that you do that. So these are some of the ways through which you can optimize campaigns. Obviously, there are multiple type of campaigns, and each campaign can be set in different type, and optimizations can be done differently. But just make sure that on the holistic level, you are doing two things. Feeding more budget to your performing or the highest ROAS campaigns, cutting down the budget on the campaigns that are like 20%, the top ACOS campaigns. Let's say that you have 10 campaigns and the top two are towards 100 plus, and the other 8 are between the under 80 ACOS. So make sure that you over time you cut the budget on the 100 plus ones, or pause them straightforwardly, because these are the ones that are deriving the ACOS towards the higher number. So, and the ROAS will also be much lower on those campaigns. So make sure that you on a strategic level, on at least 30 to 45 days period, you have a look at the holistically campaign level and make the decision on where you are allocating the budget. Because at the end, what really after bid of obviously after bids, what's really important is that how you are allocating the budget across different campaigns. Let's say you have an ACOS one campaign that brings in ROAS of nearly 4, but you only allocate 3 to 5% of your budget, and then you have other campaigns with 1 to 1.5 ROAS, where you spend like 30 to 40% of your budget. Obviously, those campaigns are really important, but also feed those campaigns that are bringing you good ROAS, even though when you feel like those are not important. But in the end, what really drives profitability are the high ROAS campaigns, the auto ones, the product targeting ones. In PPC sales, obviously the organic sales will come in from the SKC or the single keyword campaigns, or this multiple targeting exact campaigns. Those basically drive the organic ranks. But usually the PPC sales are a bit expensive over there. So make sure that you have a nice balance of everything when you're moving with your PPC. All right. So the next question is, what should be the campaign structure while launching? Oh, this is one of the most controversial question, I would say, in the PPC industry, because a lot of people have different takes on this. I have launched products with only exact campaigns because client wanted me to do this way. I've also launched the products with only exact campaigns, nearly 60 to 70 as well. So it can really vary upon the client's how client wants it. But ideally, what I recommend is that start with a few auto campaigns, at least 3 to 4 each segmented for each product. If you're launching multiple variations, you can have more auto campaigns, as more than 4 auto campaigns as well. Also launch one catch-all campaign, the 5th one where the bid is low and all the 4 types are active. Then also launch some of the product targeting campaigns with the top competitors. Also launch one category campaign. Keyword targeting campaigns, obviously you can launch once the autos start bringing the orders. You will see a pattern that some key search terms are bringing you orders at a good ROAS. So push them into the exact campaigns as well. This will reduce some of the performance on all auto campaigns, because your account is getting the traffic from another campaign as well. But those exact campaigns will actually help you from there. Let's say with the autos you are ranking in between page 2 to 3, then the exact campaigns will bring you from page 2 to page 1 and in the top 4 eventually. Yeah, and apart from that, you can also launch product targeting campaign, category campaigns. Exact campaigns will be launched at a later point. And if you have a video sponsored brand video, you can launch. If you have a good brand and you're launching new products, then you can obviously launch defense and branded search term campaigns. At the start, do not target the branded search terms of other competitors. But over time, when you have good number of reviews, obviously, then you can start targeting the brands of other products as well. For example, you are selling a beauty product and you started targeting Garnier keyword at the start. Obviously, you will have a pathetic conversion over the Garnier keywords. But let's say if you have built a good rationale or good number of reviews, social proof over time, you have good chances of being converted on Garnier's listing as well. So do keep these things in mind before you launch any type of campaigns. Yeah, that is pretty much it. Start with a very basic structure. Make sure that you are really going in the first 14 to 20 days, and make sure that you are pushing really hard. Also, do not forget to get the wine reviews, because those really help. Even though you will get 1 to 2 bad reviews, but that's okay. If you have issues with your product, because eventually, if you even don't get the wine reviews, eventually the bad reviews will flow in if you don't have a good product. First of all, make sure that you have a very good product before launching, and then make sure that you get the wine reviews. Because if the product is good, customer is getting through wine, he's getting a good product, he won't give you a bad review. But if there are issues with your packaging, with your product, with the design, or anything that a customer is not satisfied with, you must go through the product market opportunity explorer and see what are the negative reviews, why customers are giving bad reviews. Must address the pain points of the customers before you are launching new product into the market. This will help you reduce the negative reviews and also help you get very good wine reviews that will push you in the initial few days. So wine reviews are a mess when you are launching new product. But this was the basics. You can basically start with a very raw structure, and that will be over time become complex, where you will have other type of campaigns. You will have multiple type of product targeting campaigns. You can have low hanging fruit campaigns. You can have SCAG, multiple SCAG campaigns, and you can have SB, sponsored brand, custom image ones. You can have some sponsored brand video ones. Then you can also have retargeting campaigns, and you can have multiple type of campaigns for each product. But just start with a basic one. Make sure that you are covering the low hanging fruit first, and then the fruit that is difficult to get, then move towards there. But let's first try to get whatever is the easiest to get, so that you launch profitably. Do not lose a lot of money at the start. But obviously you need to give a push at the start, because after 15 to 20 days you don't get a lot of visibility from Amazon that you are getting due to the new launch and the honeymoon period. So utilize that wisely. Next question: what should be the campaign structure while launching? I think this is the same. Then what performance metrics should I track during these tests to measure effectiveness? I think this is about different campaign tests that we were doing, that we were talking about to measure effectiveness. So we were talking about different type of campaigns that we can launch to measure which ones are doing good. Performance metrics in terms of Amazon PPC that you need to be aware of, and obviously number of orders. When it comes to keyword targeting, most important is organic rank. What's the trajectory for organic ranks? Is it stuck? Is it improving each day? This is the core thing that you have to track for the organic, for the exact match campaigns. Then you can also track ACOS, which is the favorite metric of sellers. Then you can also track REOS, and also make sure that you're keeping a good eye on the spend and the sales, which also calculates to REOS. What's the REOS? REOS should be like your North Star. North Star will be your rank or organic ranking. Another star will be your REOS, and also keep an eye on the ACOS, so that it does not look very massive. So that is also one thing that you need to monitor. And regarding the A/B test, if you are running any type of A/B test related to listing or anything, conversion rate is your go-to metric. In terms of if you have made an A/B test on the titles, between two titles, conversion rate, what's the conversion rate on the one and the second? Let's say if you're making title or images, CTR will also be very important. With images, with the main image, if you are testing, that is going to be only what's the CTR, has it improved, has it decreased? In terms of images, if you are making changes to your A+ content images, how your product looks, everything, then CTR will be your go-to metric. All right. Next we have, I'm ranked on a keyword. Should I pause the PPC campaign for it? The answer is no, straightforwardly no, because right now Amazon is not a PPC. Amazon PPC is not in 2020 or 2021, where you can just get ranked first one time using the giveaways or through PPC, and then you will stay ahead of everything. Right now, what happens is that you also know this. The top 4 placements are going to be sponsored. No matter what's your review count, no matter how much you are advertising or everything, those who are advertising will always get the top 4 positions. So once you turn off the ads for the keyword, you will stop appearing in the top 4 results, and within few days you will start seeing that your organic ranks have started dropping. What you can do is that with the with the scale insights automations, it really helps you with cutting the cannibalization of ads. How it will do is that once you are at the, let's say you are at the top of one to two, between the one, two, three, four organic rank, or yeah, in these organic ranks, you are appearing in one, two, three, fluctuating between these organic ranks, and you have a very good stable organic rank. Don't cut the ad like completely, but reduce the budget a bit. Let's say earlier you were spending 300 per day on that keyword to rank. Now let's spend $250 and see what's the impact. If it is stable at 1, 2, 3, slightly cut it more. But if it has reduced to, let's say, less than 5 or 6, then increase the rank again. Top 6 organic ranks are where it stays at the top, and after 6 it goes to almost end of the page. So first 6 organic ranks are important. Below 6, you have to make sure that you are appearing above 6. Make sure that you are among the first 1 to 6 in the organic ranks. And if it drops below 6, that is like red alert. Make sure that you increase the budget again back to 300. And that is how you can play around with the budget a bit and optimize your ROAS based on that. But if you want to stay organically ranked for a keyword, that is really important, and you don't want to mess up because a holiday period is coming up. Just don't play around with budgets and bids at all. Just keep it intact, because even if you are cannibalizing your organic orders, in the end it is helping you derive a lot of organic sales velocity as well. And if you mess up at this point and the sales period is up, let's say Prime Day is coming up, once you mess this up, there is no way you are getting again those same organic ranks near the sales period, and you will have to spend, let's say earlier you were spending 300, now you might be spending 580 and still not getting the organic orders that you were getting. So near the sales period, don't mess things up. But during the normal days like February, March, you can play around and see how you can optimize things. All right. So Samant, how do I get strike through price at the start of my launch? This is like one of the things that you get, that you experience get the experience over time. But what I usually do is that I set the price, your price and the list price a bit higher. And before I'm launching the product, let's say the launch date is today's 21. So let's say if 11. So if let's say launch date is 11, I'll set the your price and the sale price and the list price to a higher value. Let's say we are launching at 699, and I will set the price to 12 or 13, your price and the list price before the launch, 2 to 3 days before the launch. And then when we launch the product, actually when we like activate the listing, what I'll do is that I'll set a sale price at 699. That will give me a strike through, and I will also set a sale price date range, for example, for the next 1 month or whatever. This is how you will get a strike through price. Usually you get strike through price when you have when your price is set to last 30 days lowest, whatever you have, and then you set the sale price lower than that. For example, the lowest last 30-day price was 1099, and then you set the sale price to 699. That will give you a strike through. This is how you can get the strike through on a new launch. Obviously, when you have a product rolling in, there are different strategies through which you get strike through, and every time you have to make sure that you are following different cataloging strategies that all the catalog managers know by now, how to trick Amazon to make sure that the strike through is appearing, even though when the price was higher in the last 30 days. So there are a lot of things that you can do, but while launching, this is something that you have to do at least for the 24 hours. You have to set the sale price a bit higher, and then you get the strike through setting the sale price to a lower number. This is how you will get the basically strike through. So this was it for the questions today. If you have any questions, do send them to me at here. This is the email, ppc@catalyst.co.uk, and I will answer those in my next call, in my next session, when I'm doing the question answer session for Amazon advertising. So this was it from today's video. I hope you enjoyed it and you learned something from it. See you in the next video, where we will be again talking about Amazon PPC, Amazon advertising, Amazon cataloging, Amazon account management, and everything. Until then, good luck and have a good day.